Most of it's probably mental. You don't like dark places that are wet and you're claustrophobic. You have a bunch of phobias and stuff, it's not going to be the place for you. Alright, welcome back to War Eagle. So we're back for day 2. Sharon's not with me today. It's just a little too hard on her knee. It's quite a long, a whole bunch of inclines to climb up, and we don't want to push her knee too far. So I'm going to continue on by myself. I'm going to rope down. I'm not going to rope down there. There's a shaft there. It's got pretty good ladders. So I'm going to go down there, take my rope and go down there. And the reason being, it's just a lot easier to get back up. And you don't have to worry about stuff falling on you, right? So 2 good things. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to head down that shaft, and we'll put our harness on. We got 200-foot ropes we can take, so if there's something else we can explore, we can just leave the one rope here and then carry on. So we're going to head down this shaft, and the ladders look pretty good, but it's a long ways down, so we don't know what we might run into as you get further down. And even if the ladder's good, you see like the ladder's just sitting on that board, but you don't know if that board's rotten, so as you start going down, the ladder might be good, but maybe the board will fall, right? So you want to be careful about this kind of stuff, especially if you're by yourself. So we're just going to make our way down. There's landings quite a ways down. We're actually a little further down than this already, but without a rope, and shouldn't have. But so we're just going to continue on down, hopefully to the next level. We'll see you down there. Alright, so we made it to the bottom level down the rope, and I was kind of saying to myself, well, I didn't even really need the rope because well, maybe I could have got down anyways, because the ladders are in pretty good shape all the way going up, but there's no ladder for the very last part. The one thing I don't have today is my oxygen monitor, and there's very little air moving around. It's really dusty, but I'm not really worried about oxygen quality. We've got huge stopes above us, so I think the air is moving fine, but gotta try to move real slow because it's really dusty and hard on your lungs. Look at how wide the tracks are in here. That would give us, move our squeaky sender off of here. Put it on our belt. Alright. Well, we got 2-foot wide rail, which we didn't see in any other levels, so give us more of an indication this is a kind of a major haul level, which I'm suspecting it would be. So, Alright. Now we should be able to just make it all the way to the shaft here. There's dust blowing this way. You might be at the shaft. Out! Well, that's interesting. I'm not planning on going out yet. A few people were here. Okay, there we go. We see the shaft going down. What do we got in the shaft there? It's kind of an interesting looking box. Oh, that is a rail car. Interesting looking, but yeah, it'd be a lot easier going the way we've been going. Oh, there's the bottom of a rail car. Maybe the wheels are... Oh, the axles are there, but the wheels are gone. Alright. So it is possible to come down that shaft, but it wouldn't be much fun going up there, and it'd be dustier than hell. Because you can see it comes down at a pretty steep angle, and there's lots of loose material in there. So, let's explore this level. We know there's lower levels yet, I think. Well, there could be a sump just down there, we don't know. And we'll carry on here. We'll explore this first level, or this level. There we go. We're getting some nicer air here, so that's good. Hopefully maybe some of that air will go out through the shaft, and we can breathe some of the more pristine air. Actually, I don't have an oxygen monitor, but I'm not that worried about the oxygen. It's rare that the oxygen monitor goes off, but mostly commonly happens if you go into long drifts. And Wish this is kind of looking that way, but no, it's not a car, it's just a box. So it's an explosive box. Nice looking box. So as far as we know, this mine was operated maybe around 56 the last time. I had several incarnations. Oh yeah, somebody got there was a motor here. Somebody grabbed the copper out of here too. Transformer or something. Wow, people are pretty serious about their copper in this country. Huh. When the Danco mine, there's like miles and miles of copper there that nobody's ever taken. That's just tech cable. They'd be easy to get out. JW, it says. Wow. Looks like it goes into another. Let's see. It's kind of skinny here. Interesting that they stalled all this up like this. Can leave our pack behind and see if we can find anything. Probably comes in from the other side. Yeah, lots of timbering here. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I'd say we could probably get to this from the other side. We're going to grab our pack and just continue on this way then. Well, it looks like something pretty substantial above us. Look at the weight on the back there. Something pretty substantial above us. Looks like it collapsed. Out. BR, it says. Let's have a look at this. Yeah. I don't know what we all can take from this, but put a lot of timber down in here. Looks like we've got another. It's going to continue on down. So almost guaranteed it's going to go down to another level. Interesting. I don't know why they spent so much energy. Oh, there's a little workshop in here. I'm not sure why they would have spent all that much energy trimming that all up. A little workstation down back in here. It goes to higher levels. Interesting too. Like a major intersection back here. I'm thinking if we keep going to the right, we're going to be back where we were. It says out there. Up. Oh, I can feel a lot of air. I think we're just going to break our rules and go to the left. Why? Because if we go to the right, I think we'll just be right back to where we started. And I want to see a little bit more of this mine before we head back to where our rope was. We're thinking. What I could do is start dropping some ribbon here. Kind of worried. This is a pretty substantial level. I might get lost. Yeah. We got to do that. I'm going to start dropping some ribbon here. It's getting to be more of a complex situation here. So it turns out we do have our oxygen monitor here. So yeah, I'll just clip it to my shirt here. And the oxygen is 19.5. So we got lots of air. Everything's good. It's getting quite complicated as far as this formation goes. So and what we do is just start dropping little chunks of ribbon here at each branch, and we just know which way we came from. And we're doing the left-hand rule because we think if we just go with the right-hand rule, we'll end up right back to where we were with the rope. And that's dusty there, and we don't want to go that way. So we're just going to do the left-hand branch now. Walmart ahead. lower and upper levels to the left passage, not this one. Okay. But what will we see here? Yeah, definitely goes lower because, as you can see, the slope goes down. There's a lot of stuff to see here. I'm kind of having a feeling. What the heck is this? Oh, it's a crapper. Alright. There you go, that's just a crapper. All that is. Oh, there's some square set there. Alright, so we'll continue on down this branch. And according to our signs and stuff we see, it's supposed to just end here somewhere. I don't know if that's true, but looks like explosives storage area maybe. Didn't say that, but that's what I would assume it to be. The rail's not even rusty, isn't that cool? Shiny. Now I wonder if this goes around that collapsed area. It might. A pretty good collapse where all that timbering was, and we're kind of beside it. So it may do that. Oh, there's a few things here. Some motors or something over here. Oh, this would have been a there would have been what do you call that? Like a little tram where you could pull a motor or something up, lift it up and move it over. If they had electric railways in here, if they did, they could just lift the motor. There'd been like a pulley. What do you call that? Pulley with a couple wheels on it, a chain, like a chain pull. They could just lift the electric battery pack off of the locomotive and stick it to the side. I think that's what that was. There may have been a charging station here for. Oh well. So we heard that the big earthquake here collapsed a whole bunch of stuff. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. Oh, we're walking over a false storm. Didn't even know. So, down there. Well, all right. We'll keep heading this way. There's some daubers for the track. It's just like little sticks they have with grease on it, and then they put that on the corners so the locomotive go around the corner better if they have fixed axles. Could possibly walk down there if we wanted to. I don't know if we want to. Wouldn't be very difficult. Doesn't look like it's that much further down to a level there. That'd be pretty easy walking down there. Let's just go to the end here first, and then maybe we'll do that. We're feeling a fair bit of air. There's lots of signs that say out, so can't always trust the damn things, but anyways, we'll see what's up here. We're going to skip through a bunch of these sections, but just a lot of walking we've put on, seems like quite a few miles. We're just going along this pretty nice tunnel. It just goes along. There's some timbered sections, but nothing that you haven't seen before. So if we see any other graffiti or anything interesting, we'll turn it on. But let me tell you, it's a very extensive, and we're walking for a long, long ways. I'm kind of wondering if we're not going to come out a different mine, because on the other side of the mountain, we found, or actually Gly found a mine. He calls it the unknown mine. We don't know what the name of it is. Keeps going out, out, out. We don't know what it's called, but it's also a very large mine, so we're kind of wondering if the two aren't connected. So we'll see if that's actually the case. We're just going to keep wandering around here as long as we can. We have all day to wander around here, so it's not a problem. Now we're back to right-hand rule. So sometimes it's just mind-blowing how extensive these places are. You know, you just keep going and going. Well, I think it's pretty easy to find which way is out. There's only about 15 signs that say out, so I guess we're still heading in. And I kind of hate to leave anything behind, because all of a sudden you find out you want to go down a different way, and then you got to come back. So we'll just carry all our gear, extra rope, harness the whole 9 yards with us, and we'll just keep going down. The track still goes back and forth really nicely. So it slides back and forth to go from right to left. But they took the switch out. Not sure why they do that. Maybe use it somewhere else. Oh, we've walked like a long way. It's almost incomprehensible how far we walked. There's no way this could be one mine. Huh. So there's a room back here. Oh yeah. Oh, there's a decline going down. Oh, what have we all got here? That's pretty cool. Looks like a fuel tank. So, quite steep going down there. I want to have a look, but we don't want to end up being down there all of a sudden. Let's see. Don't be too nosy, right? There's a neat accumulator. You always think that they're really old, but they're like it's a pressure vessel, right? So they put their compressed air in there. And they actually still make some riveted ones like that that are certified for compressed air today. So probably is old, I don't know. What have we got here? A little service. Oh, a service thing for cars, I think, or something like that. I don't think it's going to go too much further, but let's see what else we can find here. Huh, well, that's interesting. Neat little. So that is cement. This is a real cool looking chest. I think we're going to make one like this. Use this picture to make one and put it in our mine for a display. Definitely a shaft going down here. Would have brought up ore from lower levels to here. I can't believe how extensive this mine is, how far it goes. We're kind of hoping to find some areas where not a whole bunch of other people have been. It shouldn't be too hard. I mean, you can go up just about anywhere and who knows who's been where. And so the shaft goes down that way. So it would have brought ore up from the lower levels. Well, you never know. I could just end up going in a big circle and find, see my rope right here. You never know about these things, I'll tell you. Well, this is kind of a little bit more interesting here. This is mined area here. Didn't mine a lot of stuff here, but there's some more here. Oh. Yeah. Well, certainly getting into a working area here. I'm just going to continue on to the right-hand branches, so we won't have no problems. Somebody was up there. You keep thinking you're going to hit the end here pretty soon. And this was just one branch of like, I don't know how many we could have went into. Maybe this is the very longest one though. I don't know. But we're a long ways underground, quite a bit of effort to get this far underground. And it just keeps going and going. We've reached another common ore pass or whatever here. So there's some locks, and what those are for is to dump an ore cart. A skip car. Skip car goes up a certain amount and then it trips. So, oh wow. Like there's ladders going up to another level here. And lots of air going up. Bent tubing. You wonder where that would bring you to. You know, I could spend a lot of time in this mine exploring everything. Unfortunately, we've been kind of camped out here for 4 days and we only got so many supplies, so we're not going to get to everything. Getting kind of dusty in here too. Okay, we're going to continue on. Carry on with our right-hand branches. I'm kind of wondering, I don't think we're going to get past this level today. It's so extensive. I don't know if we want to go further down even. kind of thought just to be a dead end branch, but all of a sudden you start feeling air, and you see these culverts. Going up here. So we saw culverts way up at another level. It's a pretty expensive way to do ventilation. We saw them quite a long ways from here, but we've got to be the same mining company. I've never seen anyone use culverts, so it's got to be still the same mine. So completely new one to us. Do you see someone put culverts in for air ventilation? Interesting. A little crappier stuff in here than this fancy ventilation tubing here yet. So we're probably going to go up some areas. I don't know if we're going to go down any further. We'll try to get in where the whole bunch of branches are. We're kind of looking for some older areas if we can find them. We think this might be a little newer, so being a relative term, maybe in the 50s. Thinking maybe, but who knows. Okay, so we haven't seen a lot of real cool historic stuff. Some. Yeah, well, that's interesting. Yeah, we're not going to be going up there. That's a little too crazy for me. Okay. Too steep going up them old ladders, especially by yourself. I mean, Christ. Look at that ladder, just barely. See, look at that ladder there, just barely on the rung, barely sitting on there. I don't know what else is scared to, but that's pretty steep. If that broke and fell, he'd be in big trouble. Like, we can put a lot of miles on in a day on these tunnels. We don't necessarily find it all that interesting. So what we're going to do is we're going to head up. We're going to leave most of our gear here, our climbing stuff. Head up some ladders, go to some slopes, and just check out maybe some of these areas. These look like old timbered areas. So we want to try to get into the oldest parts of the mine that we can. So I think this might be a good place to go. Climb up that slope and we'll do a little exploring there. Have a bite of lunch and we'll see what we can find. Okay, so we're on a little safari up here. We decided we'd go up this raise. It's getting quite warm up here, so it probably doesn't go through anywhere. That could be cool too. It might be that these are pretty old timbers. It might be that we're into some old sections. We'll see some cool old stuff. Maybe that a lot of other people haven't been up to because we're so far underground. There, we made it to the top of the manway. It's also very clean going down there. Really humid up here. Feels like it's about 100% humidity. So we know it doesn't go up to anything else. Huh. This looks like a slusher level here. See the cable. It's here for the slusher. And you see a bit of a groove here, so it's likely that a slusher would have pulled all this stuff out of here. Looking down here, looks like I got a pretty big stope here. Oh yeah, huh. Interesting. We'll have a look at the top part first. See if we can find anything interesting in here. A little battery. Everything about this mine is just so massive. Oh man, just a massive stope. Wow. They mine this, so the ore wouldn't be in the waste rock or in the ore dumps. It would, you know, all this stuff that was in here is all ore. It would have been taken away. So this would be ore, I would think. Lead, silver ore. Pretty heavy. Wow. Just a massive amount of ore that was removed out of this mine. Oh yeah. Oh, this is a slusher here too, right? So the slusher pulled this out of here. So we'll go up here a little ways, there'll just be a face. You should be able to see the spot where the pulley was anchored to the back. Anyhow, that's pretty cool looking, isn't it? That looks like some good stuff. They stopped there. They drilled but never blasted. Yeah, as soon as we got out of this reddish stuff. They quit. Really hot in here. The sweat's just pouring off me. I'm not even doing nothing, just wandering around here with the camera. Can you imagine for the miners what it would have been like working here when they're actually doing hard physical labor in here with the drills and being in here, and then the dust and everything else in here. Brutal. Yeah, this looks like another interesting adventure up into another escape where something looks pretty cool. Wouldn't be that hard. Yeah. Maybe we'll just go up there. We weren't going to go up a bunch of other raises, but that just looks too easy and too cool not to check out, see what it is. So it makes you a little nervous going up a set of ladders that steep. And it's not so bad going up because you can kind of test them as you're going up and decide whether the footings are good and everything. But I think this one's a escapeway to another level because I feel air going up. And it looks like an escapeway, emergency escapeway. So might be an easier way to get down to that level than the way we went. We'll see. We're at the top. Oh, there's a lot of dust right now. Sure is dusty. Yeah, it sure seems like an emergency escapeway. No idea where it might come out. There's an overpass going down. That might have been one that we looked at. We thought was pretty steep going up. But we didn't want to try going up. This kind of seems like older workings here because how small it is. There was tracks in here. They pulled them out of here, but it's a fairly narrow passage. Okay, so I don't know what's up there. The air's going that way and it says Grant and it's getting dustier, so you better hurry up and crawl up there. That's pretty interesting. It's the bottom of a skip, of a manway and a shaft. Well, we better hurry up and get up here. The dust is beating us. There, just stopping for a little break. Get a drink of water. So the shaft, this incline shaft goes down as far as you can see. Quite a long ways down. The ladders are in perfect shape. And it looks like going up there might be something up there. So. And the air is still screaming up there, so I think we're going to end up at the noonday. That's my guess. Oh, I've hit a crosscut here, so it says 1942, which is the year these mines are shut down because of the War Measures Act. We're not that far below the surface, so let's go for a walk. I'm going to leave my bag here and we'll just go see what we can find on this level. What does that say? California potatoes. Right hand. Yeah, I just seen this kind of a little pouch here, so I unwrapped it. Sticks of dynamite. Okay, let's continue on up the shaft then. Okay, this is the top, so it looks like it's kind of plugged, mostly plugged. And you can't really see anything, just look all the way down there as far as you want. It's just all shaft going down. And there's only one level besides the very bottom. So I'm thinking, I hope we can squeeze by there somehow. Well, some people say that was a plugged shaft, but it's actually an almost plugged shaft. So we were able to squeeze between the ribs and that thing there and get through there. So it wasn't really that too terrible, but yeah, we're almost out, so there's a head frame right there. I'm pretty sure we're at the noonday. Interesting that the winch is still here. They took some parts of it, but the main drum and stuff is still here. Hi everyone, thanks for joining us this week. We have a show every week, so we'll see you next week. Check out our new merch page. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Music is by the Adits.